Hello, welcome back. Last time we learned how to use transaction scope. Alright, how to begin our transaction after finishing updating all the tables and we commit our transaction. If anything happen between them, if any exception or error arise between them, we will roll back the transaction. Alright. Now, let's yesterday we had added the quantity in pets model, right? But we don't need quantity in the pets model because we are updating our quantity in stock, right? So in only view model we need the in only pets view model we need the quantity, right? Not in the model, right? So because we receive from view model we receive the quantity but we don't update the quantity in page table because we are updating in stock table, so it is unnecessary here. So this is the major difference I want to show you between model and view model. Alright, in view model we can add extra properties but which is not required in model. So let's so I have created the situation so to teach you the difference between model and view model. So let's remove the quantity from here. Alright, so from the mapper also we remove the quantity. Alright, alright, in pets we remove the quantity. Now our database has the quantity model, right? So let's run the migration again so that the database is also updated. At migration update pets. Alright, what this migration folder did is it has removed the quantity from it had dropped the column quantity from pets table. So let's update the database. Now database is also updated. Let's check our database. Now you learn how to update the model, how to update the model, right? So this way we can update our model. So let's check the pets column. Here we don't see any quantity now. Alright, now let's go to the pet service. So here we are also updating some new. Let's see this function right first, because every time we are adding the product it is always a new product, right? New pets, right? So we only need to insert in the stock repository, right? Because it is always a new pet. We in stock table always the new pets will be created. It is not updating the older pets, so the if block is not needed here. Alright, so let's remove this one. Alright, and then we don't need this one also. So let's save this one. Alright, let's format the. Now what we have done here is we insert the pet, save the pet, and then we update the stock table. Alright, okay. Now today let's visit our class list. Okay, let's see our class list. Now we will do a customer setup. Alright, so we want to sell our product, right? So we need the customer table as well as customer table as well as our sales table. Alright, so uh, let's go to the sales table. We also update the sales table. So let's make the customer repository so that we can set up our customer, so that we can sell our pets to the customer. Alright, let's make a customer repository interface. Alright, because we need to talk to the customer table, right, that we just created there. So let's make a interface. Click on interface and write I customer. Alright, customer. This is the same. We are implementing the same I repository interface. We are just changing the model here. Alright, what is this? Customer. Okay, so let's do same for customer repository. This time we make class customer repository. That's yes. Alright, let's implement the repository in same way. Go to the customer repository. We are implementing the generic repository and passing the customer model there. Alright, now we have I customer. Oh set. Let's rename this a customer repository because we should follow the same naming pattern around our application, so that which will be very easy for us so that our code will be clean and we can easily find the which help to us easily find with naming convention, right? Customer customer repository, right? You can do tab and just remove this one. Okay, we have generated the constructor for customer repository and pass FDB context and implement generic repository for customer repository and pass the customer model. Alright, let's register these two repository in our service extension folder. Alright, let's register here customer repository. Now we need to add our customer repository to unit of work, right? Let's add our customer repository to unit of work. Okay, now add to the unit of work. Okay, do the same thing but for customer repository. Alright, okay, customer repository. Let's do the tab. Now we are good to go because we have made our customer repository interface as well as collected bundle it in our unit of work. Now let's make the customer service, which will help in performing CRUD operation in customer table. Customer service, right? Customer service, that's yes. Alright, let's generate the customer. Let's make the interface for the customer repository, right? So everything will be same. Let's generate public interface customer service, right? Let's make tags get all customer, get by ID, add customer, update customer and delete the customer, right? Let's, I think we are deleting the customer or not. Let's see in our model. If we, so we are not deleting the customer, so let's put only this much. All right, let's make the customer view model. All right, let's make the customer view model here. Add a new class, so customer view model, that's yes. Okay, let's copy our customer model attributes. Okay, let's go to the customer model attributes and take this all to the customer model. Okay, let's put it here. Now do the mapping function for customer model and view model. Let's go to the mapper.cs. Alright, so suppliers stocks. Okay, let's do copy stock. This one is stock or stocks. Let's see stocks. Let's do copy for stocks and paste here and update stock with customer view model. All right, so customer view model, customer, right, this is the thing, customer, and let's see the attributes for customer: ID, full name and contact number, right? So put the same thing in mapper: ID, full name and contact number, right? Let's make this one customer, right? So it will be easy for us CUS to find. So let's make it customer. Okay, let's make it customer. Let's make it customer again, and let's make it customer. Okay, we will do same thing here down. Let's return here the customer, not the customer view model. Okay, so customer view model, and then this will be our customer. Okay, and let's do this one. Now let's make for customer view model list. Customer view model, all right, let's give it as a customers. Okay, replace this one all as customers. Okay, customers. Okay, now let's type here customer, CUSTOMER, customer. Okay, let's replace this with the customer. The typo and naming convention should be good enough, so it will be easy for us later. So we have make our mapper ready for the customer. Alright, let's go to the customer service again. Now let's import this using. Alright, now we have collected the interface for our customer. Okay, we can get all the customer, get customer by its ID, add the customer and update the customer. Let's implement this interface, customer service. All right, okay, let's tab it. Now import the unit of work from interface. Okay, now we will get the customer, right? So let's collect it here. Result. Okay, get all customer. It's a customer repository, not the get all. I think. Let's say it get all. So await it, right? Await it. Okay, why it is not showing the customer repository? Customer repository dot get all, right? Now we will return response, return response dot okay. Okay, all right. Now let's see our other. Oh, sorry, we are not returning the response because it's not the controller, right? So we need to return the list of the customer view model. So what you get is the IEnumerable of a customer. So just return the list. Okay, result dot to list, right? Let's return it to list here. All right. All right. Okay, let's over it here. It is returning the customer, right? But we are expecting a customer view model. So let's convert it from the mapper dot convert, right? Let's convert it to the list of customer view model because from the repository layer we are getting the model, right? So just import the usings. Right, now we get all the customer, right? Now let's get the customer by ID. So collect it on result. All right, await unit of work dot get by ID. All right, okay, I get it and return the convert it to the customer view model and return. All right, now let's let's add the customer. So let's say bar update new customer. Let's say this one new customer. Okay, we convert it and insert in our repository. All right, wait, let's do it, make it async. All right, let's return this one here like this. Now we are good to go. Now we have added our customer and return the same customer. Okay, let's just update our customer now. Do the same thing, I think. Copy it. Let's make it to the model first. Alright, now we will update it. Okay, let's async, add async function. Unit of work. Okay, update it. Now we are fine. Alright, now you have made the customer services, right, where you can get all the customers, get customer by ID, add customer async and update the customer. Alright, okay, now let's make the customer controller. Okay, everything will be repeat as like pets and suppliers. Like customer this is the beauty of C sharp. Alright, everything is repeated. We are doing repeated job. Okay, okay, let's copy it all. Okay, copy it all and replace all pairs with the customer, right? So that uh, everything will be same, right? Instead of we just everything will be same. So just copy the, okay, let's copy it all and customer controller, let's paste it. We don't need the function for delete, right? So we remove it one. So let's find the pairs here in the current document. Alright, not this one, not this one, pairs, right? Okay, okay, let's find this all and replace with customer, right? Okay, customer controller, customer service. Okay, okay, customer, make everything the customer. Okay, let's hit enter and make the customer. Okay, now we don't need the customer here, we need pets because it is our namespace. So let's make it pets. Okay, pets. Alright, pets here also. Okay, okay, now we are fine. Let's make the inject object small, customer service. So we are following the best practices. Alright, let's make it small. Okay, now we'll follow the best practice. Let's same pattern, we are doing the same pattern in everything, right? So just do the customer service, right? Service, later we see what is happening there. Okay, I think there is not a get all customizing, I think there is get all customizing, yes. Alright, get pets, I don't think there is a pet. Get customer by id async. Okay, now there is not a add pet async. This is the add customer async. Okay, not update, let's say update customer async. Okay, now congratulations, you have made your controller for customer also. Let's check our APIs. Okay, we will now we have make 3 customer, pets and supplier APIs. Okay, let's get the customer first, execute it, and we got the error. It is saying internal server error. Okay, we don't have I have told you, right? After we have make our service right here, we need to register our service, right? Customer service, this interface and customer service in our service collection, right? So let's import it here in this section, services, customer service. All right, let's check it again if any issue happen here. Okay, let's get the customer, execute it. Now there is no customer found. Now there is no any error. Okay, let's add the customer, try it out. Let's just not send the id, just send dfg. Now we can add our customer. Okay, let's update our customer id number 1. Update with the nice simple string. Now the customer is updated. Let's get it again. Okay, get the customer. This time I got the data. Thank you. Next time we will do our sales of the our inventory pets. Alright, let's sell our pets in our next video. Thank you.